Welcome back to Helium Lemon's Wide Wonderful World of Video Games. This is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Part 83, the fourth video on Stone Tower Temple, I think. Post commentary, cuz fun stuff. So that'll be fun because I've recorded commentary for the final part of the temple already, so that'll come before this, but the video will come out after this. Anyway, today is March 11th. It's about 12:30. It's a Wednesday. This is the second and final week of my spring break. I have a 2-week spring break in my college. But I just got an email 2 days ago saying that my school was going to be closed. Not like the building. Like the building's going to be open on like slightly modified but still reasonable hours. But all classes and all public performances were going to be canceled. Yes, and I do actually figure out what to do with this switch here. The freaking coronavirus, as it shall now be called henceforth. I don't know. It's just weird, and so my university, if you can even call it a university, my college is going to be online for the next couple of weeks, which is going to be very weird, but at least like other colleges will be doing it, and like it'll all be awkward together. But like, I don't know. I'm just thinking about like what I can do to like celebrate not having actual school, but like I'm still going to have some school, like I'm still going to have classes at the same time. And I don't know, it just feels really weird. But like, hey, I'll be indoors, so like I'll record a lot more Helium Lemon, which I probably won't, but I'll try to. Like, first thing I gotta do is finish these Stone Tower Temple videos, and then probably finish Majora's Mask. I don't know. Maybe I'll finish the LP of Majora's Mask this month, or soon, or like the beginning of next month. I don't know. It would have otherwise been a pretty busy month for me, but now I just kind of have to reorganize everything. I don't know. That's not interesting, but it kind of is. It kind of is to me. I was talking in the last video about like, like I said that there were no cases of the CV in my state, and then there was one in my city, and now there's just a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of cases in my state and in my city, and like thousands of people in my city are self-quarantining themselves. It's weird. I don't want to freak out, but I kind of am freaking out a little bit. So I'm trying not to freak out, but I'm freaking out a little bit. Other than that, I've seen the movie Emma twice. Both times I saw it with my mom. And there's a chest up there, and I keep forgetting about this chest. Let's see if I actually get this chest. I don't think I do. There's a chest that's right there, but I think I forget about it until like way later in the temple. No? Yes? What am I doing? I did not watch this part closely enough when I was editing. Oh dear. Well then I was like, well then you go over here. Yeah, the getting all the chests in this temple is admittedly pretty confusing. Yeah, I still don't think I get it. So, and then I'm like, oh, what's over here? And then this is a switch over here. But now that I understand how this temple works, like, I think I would have a lot of fun if I actually went back through it and did it. Which was kind of the same thing with, like, doing the Great Bay Temple on this playthrough. It's like, it wasn't necessarily fun while I was doing it for this LP, but it was the kind of feeling where I was like, okay, now if I went back to it, I would actually have a little bit of fun. And, oh gosh, if I ever have to do an LP of Ocarina of Time, I have to get through the Water Temple. But, whatever. That temple I'm just going to study, because, like, I'm afraid of, like, something happening, like, where I screw myself over, and then I'm trapped because I got the keys at the wrong times. I don't know, I hope the game doesn't actually do that. I'm still kind of stumped as to what to talk about. I saw the movie Emma twice. Yeah, it has really good music. It has this kind of folky... It has a good mix of, like, folk and traditional kind of folk tunes and hymns and classical music and original music, and it's just good. It's like a good piece of classic cinema that was made this year. And, like, oh yeah, the live action Mulan is coming out, and oh yeah, Call of the Wild with Harrison Ford has been out for a while, and I haven't seen it, but, like, I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, it's kind of ridiculous, but, like, I would see it just because, like, I don't know. I would see it. It looks nice. Like, I don't know. Some movie called First Cow that essentially looks kind of gritty, but also kind of, like, charming, kind of like almost like a Coen Brothers movie, except maybe a little bit more serious, but, like, also not, like, super violent or something, just kind of like, you know, oh, we're in an Old West town, or kind of like a Pacific Northwest town, or whatever. I don't know. It's been a few weeks since I saw the trailer, so I don't know what to say. They're making a movie off of The Secret Garden, which I never read, with Colin Firth, and, like I was telling my mom yesterday, he's one of two Collins that are always good. Colin Firth and Colin Farrell. But there are a few other Collins, like Colin Mockery. He's pretty good. Well, in the what's it called? Genre? That's not quite the word that I was looking for, but sure, in the genre that he does, and Colin Morgan, who I only know from the TV show Merlin, which I miss so much. I should just get my friends to give me their Netflix login, and I would not do anything. Hello, my cat is breaking into my room. My cat is very good at opening doors with his paws, but we just all have to close the doors after him. Yeah, if I had a Netflix login, I would, like, spend all my time watching Merlin. It would be good. Good for me, at least. I would lose all my social life. So that's why I like the idea of, like, not having Netflix, but, like, being indebted to somebody else's Netflix account, so I have to go up to their house and watch it with them. Like, it turns Netflix, which is otherwise kind of like a antisocial, time suck kind of, you know, you lose the joy of going to a movie theater or popping in a DVD. I don't know, popping in a DVD still gives me some joy, or at least watching something with friends. Although I know people do, like, Netflix and chill with their friends, and that's fine. Although Netflix and chill usually means something creepy. Anyway, I'm going on a weird tangent, but Netflix is, you know, most of the time people use it for something that's kind of, you know, they're just watching a movie by themselves, and that's fun to some extent, but it's kind of a cheap thrill, and you don't get to socially interact, which, you know, if you're an introvert and you hate people like me, you're just like, I'm fine playing a video game at home. You know, don't bother me. So, whatever. I've been playing Metroid Prime, and it's good. Like, I forgot how much I enjoyed that game because I was so focused on the problems that I had with it. But like, I think the problems that I had with it were just things that like I need to play the game more and understand it a little bit better. Some of the problems that I have with the game I still have. Like, I don't like the freaking X-ray visor or the thermal visor, but it's, you know, I don't like having to use the X-ray visor to like fight the freaking Chozo ghosts, but now that I know that you can beat him with one super missile, I'm like, hey, I don't know. That game just is like so like cool and like fun to explore and such a great atmosphere, and then every time I get like ambushed by space pirates and the music starts playing, or even the Chozo ghost music starts playing, I'm like, really, we have to do this again? And like all my joy for the game is kind of sucked out of it that moment. And also like the parts of the game where you just have to like go through these extremely dark rooms and you just have to keep like bumping your way through them unless you're wearing the X-ray visor. But I mean, come on, the X-ray visor is annoying to me. Then again, like, it's supposed to be like, it's a Nintendo game, but it's also a realistic sci-fi game. But like, I'm finally gonna finish it for my first time. I've been like getting up early in the morning, playing it for a few hours, and I haven't touched the game in like years. We get a mini boss fight with a Wizrobe with no music, and Wizrobes to me kind of look like a Jim Henson Muppet. Like, I realized it now. It's kind of amusing. Also, this fight is like so bad because like if I I realized it, like, I was kind of like blind to the fact while I was playing, but I was like, oh, half of the room lava's raining on you. So they added that to this fight, and it's just like, why, Nintendo? What's the point of being in this stupid lava room? And it's like, okay, well, you circle around to the very beginning of the temple, and it's the same room from the beginning of the temple where all the Death Armos were. So it's like, okay, but still, it's the Wizrobe is freaking shooting fire at you, and then the ceiling is raining lava, and like, I don't know, if I would have just realized that half of the floor is safe, then and half of it wasn't, and just have been a little bit more careful about the fireball attacks, this fight I would have not lost half of my health in this fight. But that's the way that the world goes, and all's well that ends well, so saith William Shakespeare, and he knew a lot of things, or did he? Apparently there's like people who argue about like who was the real author of William Shakespeare, or, you know, and I have a drama teacher that I really respect who's like, no, William Shakespeare was written by somebody inside, you know, who was a performing actor who understood the world of theater, and, you know, not some duke just writing these plays for fun, but apparently he's like well respected, like I think Ian McKellen or something. And speaking of fighting Chozo ghosts, here's a Poe. It reminds me of fighting Chozo ghosts. I don't know. I like Metroid Prime. Maybe I'll do an LP of it. The thing is, I have the Metroid Prime trilogy, so sometimes I'll just lie awake at night and say, like, I spent $40 and, like, a couple hours of just, like, downloading and installing the Metroid Prime trilogy onto my Wii U, and I haven't even touched 2 and 3. I haven't even finished 1, and I haven't even touched 2 and 3. I'm such a first world, like, brat. Like, what's wrong with me? But then again, I go to sleep at night, and then I forget about all these things until the morning. So there's my first world problems tangent. Let's just ignore this guy, this girl, whatever, this Edgar Allan Poe. And alright, so we're gonna end the episode in a few seconds. But yeah, basically we've come around to the beginning of the temple, and the next little section that we're going to do. Cut this video off at a semi-even 15 minutes. We're going to do this hallway in the next video, so I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video. Goodbye.